Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate it. And I hope you all have had a great day so far. If your Christmas is coming to an end, I hope it's been an enjoyable day for you. If you're like me in North America or celebrating it's in the new morning, I hope your day is going to go well and you'll have a great Christmas ahead for you. It's actually snowed here in Toronto today or yesterday, last night, and today morning it was snowing, and so it's a white Christmas. I know some people really enjoy that a lot. So yeah. So anyway, so great, Merry Christmas. Wishing you a very happy holiday season, and hope you have a great day and a great week ahead. And not just in terms of your personal life, but now you've got football as well tomorrow in the Premier League. So I hope your favorite football team also has a good week or a good game week, aside from one team, and we're going to talk about that today. But welcome to Late Night Football, and and as you can see, we've done quite a few changes. We've kind of remodeled a little bit. If you haven't seen it yet, please do visit our social channels. See our YouTube channel, of our different platforms, even on TalkShoe, Anchor, whatever you're watching this. Kind of change the look and feel a little bit. So hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the new stuff that we've done. Let us know if that encourages you or any of your friends to subscribe to the channel. That would be great. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the football, and then let's talk about the first game. And actually, today is our 100th episode officially. 100th episode. This is our 100th episode. So I want to thank all of you who have been a part of this journey, and thank you for your support, your advice, your comments, your in some cases some dislikes as well. We've not got a lot of them, but thank you for all of them. It really helps encourage me, and it helps me keep this going, and I really want to keep that going. So please do smash a like if you've watched all 100 episodes, or if you've enjoyed a majority of the 100 episodes. And also, if you're new, please do subscribe to our channel on YouTube, because we really appreciate your support, and it helps us continue to grow and continue to produce content. We want to get to 200, 300, all of that going forward. So really appreciate that. But with all that said, let's now get into our match preview. And we're going to do three today. I'm not going to do all the matches, but I'm going to do three today. And I'm going to start with Manchester United against Leicester, because that is the first game of the Premier League's week from tomorrow. And Leicester against Man United. It's an interesting game. It's a very interesting game, and the reason it's interesting is because when you look at the form book, United are very good away from home. They've been really good away from home. When all games that they've played domestically, they've not lost a game yet playing away from home. When all of them, I think that's 9 now that they've got on the trot in all competitions. Of course, 9 wins in all competitions. And then you've got Leicester, who are not very good at home, who've actually had quite a few difficulties winning games at home. They've not been able to do that. I think Man United have had that issue as well, but Leicester have had that as well, of not being able to win games at home. So it's a nice little contrast that you've got. And for logic, conventional wisdom will tell you that Leicester do a good result at home, Man United do a bad result away from home. So this looks like one of the law of averages things where I think Leicester might win it. But we'll get into the tactics preview a little bit because the last few games have actually been quite interesting for Manchester United, as well as for Leicester. But I'm going to start with United. Because if you notice how they played against Leeds and how they played against Everton in the Cup, they played front foot football. They were very, Leeds kind of allowed them to do that, allowed them to be more attacking, more offensive. So they took advantage of that. But against Everton, they actually took the game to them, which was kind of a surprise to many people because Everton themselves play a very expansive football. So United kind of caught them out by playing on the front foot, by attacking them. And I expect that. I expect United to try that against Leicester as well. I think from Leicester's point of view, if you looked at the Spurs game, the game plan was pretty simple. They knew they were up against a team that parks the bus in Tottenham, so they were like, well, fair enough. We're going to do the same. We're going to park the bus as well. And if you want to break us down, you can try and break us down. We'll just counter you because you've got Jamie Vardy. Sorry about that, but yes. So so that was the game plan against Spurs, was parking the bus and hitting them on the counter. I think that might impact Solskjaer's thinking a little bit. Maybe he might want that extra security, in the back, just to stop the counter, and maybe that will affect their attacking fluidity. It's of course different because Leeds are a different proposition. Leicester very good defensively. They've got a absolutely brilliant back four, and they've got a very good defensive midfielder in Wilfred Ndidi or Mendy, whoever starts. So they've got a very nice compact shape and a very organized defense. So it's going to be different for United. If they commit too much in attack without focusing on the back line, they could get caught out. So I guess it will depend a lot on tactics. I think, from United's point of view, I would assume Lindelof will come back into the side. Van Bissaka will come back into the side. Probably Luke Shaw will be the one starting as well. I think Solskjaer prefers him to Telles, and I think that will allow them to have a little bit more stability at the back, a little bit more defensive shape, because Van Bissaka and Shaw are primarily defensive fullbacks as opposed to being defensive fullbacks. So I think that will be the back. I think that will be the back four. I expect De Gea to start as well. I think that it's quite obvious that he's going to be the starting goalkeeper. So that'll be interesting. That'll be the back five. I think the midfield two, though, that's going to be interesting. Now, I mean, you probably would expect. I mean, I don't know what McTominay's status is at the moment. I don't know if he's fit enough, but if he is, he's probably going to start. And you're probably looking at Fred starting as well. I don't think either one of them is going to miss out. I think McTominay and Fred will start this game, which obviously makes sense, considering everything that's so far happened. So you would look at that too, and then what their role I think will probably be is not just to go forward and try to join the attack, but also stay back and defend. So it's going to be interesting what their directive is. I think against Leeds, the clear-cut indication was that McTominay was allowed the license to sort of be a box-to-box midfielder, go forward, come back whenever he, like understanding his role and not just staying back like he usually does, but actually going forward and joining in the attack. If that is going to be his directive, that will be interesting to see. It's just so difficult to predict with Solskjaer what he decides to do from game to game. But I think that might be the directive for McTominay in this game as well. Hopefully that's the directive, that he will probably be allowed to go a little bit forward and be a bit more adventurous in the way he plays. I think in terms of, and Bruno's a pretty much a guaranteed starter, and I think then it leaves you with Rashford and Martial will definitely start. And then the question is, do you start Cavani, or do you start Donny van de Beek, or do you start Paul Pogba? And I think that will be a key determinant of what Man United do, because we've seen in the last few games, we've seen them. Well, there's even Daniel James, if he wants to go down that route of bringing in Daniel James, because he's just scored a goal, so he might be having a little bit of confidence. And then they've got Mason Greenwood. I don't think Mason Greenwood will start this game, to be honest. I don't think he will. And I don't think Cavani will start as well, because he just played 90 minutes against Everton, so I think he'll probably want to be rested. So I don't see Cavani or Greenwood starting. He might start Paul Pogba. He might decide that, I need Paul Pogba, and then switch to a 4-3-3 diamond or play Pogba as a left winger. He might do that. I think for this game, I think Daniel James, of the wingers that they have, I think Daniel James is probably the best option, because it provides a little bit of defensive cover to Van Bissaka, especially against, they're going to come up against a very good left back, Leicester have. Leicester going to have very good left back. So, he might do that. He might start Daniel James. The other thing also is that Daniel James is a little bit better going forward on the right. Because if Paul Pogba plays, you kind of already know that he's going to have to play left, and then Rashford has to play right, which isn't a bad thing, but it kind of makes it a bit predictable. With Daniel James and Rashford, you kind of know that, those two can alternate, from one side to the other. They can both play right wing, left wing. So you kind of have that little bit of unpredictability. And then you also have Martial, who can also rotate. So you've got a nice little front three there. With Pogba, it's not as obvious, and it makes it difficult. Also, I don't think Pogba against James Justin is a good match on that left-hand side. So I would, that probably would be the one that I would go with Daniel James. I wouldn't mind, Greenwood or Cavani starting, but I just feel that in terms of the way that the rotation works, I think it will not be Cavani. I think Cavani definitely will not start. And then it's just a question: do you go with Greenwood? Do you go with James? I think he might just go with James just because he played well against Leeds. You want to keep that momentum going probably, and he didn't play against Everton. So, it probably was being rested for this game. So that's just what I would think. I think from the key battle, though, for me, I think from Leicester and this point of view, it's going to be Jamie Vardy against Harry Maguire. I think that will be the big battle, because, everything else aside, Leicester have probably the best, on that pitch, they have the best goal scorer. That's Leicester have the best goal scorer of the 22 people that are going to take the pitch. It's going to be Leicester who have the best goal scorer, and Jamie Vardy. And Jamie Vardy is a master of timing his runs, of using his space to beat defenders. And in Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, we have two tankers that have absolutely no idea. And I have two tankers that have absolutely no idea how, what pace is. And they're not very pacey defenders. So, it's going to be interesting how much space Vardy is afforded to run in behind the defense. And, for that, it's going to be critical for Harry Maguire to be able to, because he's going to need to go a little bit forward, but he's also got to make sure that he tracks back and stops Jamie Vardy, along with, of course, Victor Lindelof. But I think that's going. But I think from Jamie Vardy's perspective, if I'm Jamie Vardy, the defender I'm attaching myself to is Harry Maguire, because obviously Victor Lindelof has a bit more pace. So I think it will probably be that's going to be the key battle. If United can keep Jamie Vardy quiet, then they have a chance of winning. But if they don't, if they let him run free and allow him to make runs in behind whenever he wants, it could be a big defeat for them, much like Leicester. And let's not forget, Leicester beat Manchester City 5-2 this season, when Vardy was on form, and then Leicester do win a lot of penalties as well. It's a battle of the penalty takers, isn't it? The battle of the penalty winners. Leicester against Man United. It's going to be fascinating, but it's going to be a fascinating tactical battle. No two ways about it. I think Leicester have a clear game plan. They know exactly what they want to do, and as long as they can execute that, I think United will be in trouble. So, I mean, for me, I think score predictions, it's a bit hard to say, but you'd, you'd have to say. I mean, it's difficult to say because United have been in good form, and when you're in good form, there's always a bad result around the corner. It's one of those things with United. Suppose Ferguson is, you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting when the penny will drop, when the shoe will drop. It's kind of going like that. Each week goes like that, and each week it gets tougher and tougher to believe the run of results that they're on. But I kind of know. Boxing Day matches traditionally have never been good for Manchester United. They usually always end in a draw or a defeat. So I can't see them bucking that trend. I think they'll probably. I think Leicester will be high on confidence as well, having beaten Spurs, and and they also more well rested. Leicester are more well rested than Everton as well. So all the signs are pointing towards a Leicester win. It's just I think it's going to be a 3-1 win to Leicester. I think they'll take a few early goals, and United will probably try to attack and get a goal back, and then Leicester will get one on the counter to run it off. I think it's going to be 3-1 to Leicester. I feel it's got to end at some point. The run has got to end at some point. So why not on Boxing Day? So yes, that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think United should do? And by the way, when I say the team that's going to start, I'm not saying that's the team I would start with. I'd probably bring in. I just feel sad for Tuanzebe because he looks such a good accomplished defender, but he just doesn't get chances. So I actually want to give Tuanzebe a run. I want to, but it's just, as I've said before, there are factors that are not in his control that just stop him from playing, because he really should be a starting defender at this point for Manchester United. But that's the team that I think that will go out on the field. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in this game? What do you think are going to be the key tactical battles? And as always, smash a like, remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas. I'm going to do two more videos today. We're going to do a couple more previews. Not too long. We're just going to get them short. I know everybody has Christmas to celebrate. So, but stay on the lookout for those, and let me know what you think. But take care. Have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching this, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.